anniversary of the David Ayres game, okay? Hi everybody, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Hat Picks, where we take a look at the best from around the NHL over the past week. Let's get right to it with our first hat pick.
Played half the game, faces a shot, makes the save, keep the puck, David. You've just got a National Hockey League victory.
Be nice to me! This is a very tough day. It's Tuesday! No, like in many, many ways it's Tuesday. Well, it's literally Tuesday, the 22nd day of the second month in the year 2022, and the 2-year anniversary of the David Ayres game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm happy for everyone who that game made happy. I just wish so bad I was one of them. That's a dang it. Wait, which one are we doing? Hat picks, right. Actually, this first one is a dang it for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but it's a hat pick for the Montreal Canadiens, who, guess what, are on a 3-game winning streak because Martin St. Louis is the short king Jack Adams. And speaking of short kings, under Martin St. Louis, Cole Caufield has 5 goals in 6 games.
On a Messier-type shot off the wing.
Feed down low, backhand, to the roof. Caufield has 2 goals this season, both against Washington.
That one got away from Bookfist and down the ice. Where's Leakins? For Gavrikov, cut off for the boards by Paley. Caufield scores! Cole Caufield ties the game!
Eat the puck in the corner. Suzuki gets it free. Hoffman to the line. Wrist shot. Another shot. They score! And Caufield has tied the game with 8 seconds left. That was handled by Montembeault, and the Canadiens come back. And Suzuki, good stick there by Thomas to break it up. And now walked along by Petrie with Caufield. To Caufield, and he scores! And the Canadiens snap a 10-game winless streak with an overtime win.
Here's Anderson. It's a 2-on-1 with Caufield. Caufield scores!
You know, sometimes we goof on players and coaches and management, and every now and then I'm like, was that mean? Was that too far? I don't think it's mean to suggest Dom Ducharme be fired again. Because listen, the Montreal Canadiens have had their trials and tribulations this season. They have had many reasons to struggle, like completely logical. You start the season without Price and Weber, you get a bunch of injuries, you get a bunch of COVID protocol, you get a bunch of things just not going your way. Someone has to finish last. But of the things I thought we could reliably depend on, Cole Caufield excelling in his first full season in the NHL, I thought it was a layup. What is wrong with this kid? Well, it turns out the answer is nothing. Cole Caufield, what a week and a bit. This kid, he might end the season with 30 goals, and it's going to be hilarious. Can you imagine? They play to Leafs some more, so yeah, I can. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, you shoot from in front of the net? Peasant.
Not pinching in. Slowed by Ekblad.
Jake there. Good play by Jake McCabe.
Kane sends it open. They score! Patrick Kane ties the game. An impossible angle. And he found an opening. Hawks have tied it at 1.
Watch this play here. He keeps the play alive, right? Kaner gets it, and then watch Bobrovsky. He starts going down. And Kaner goes to school and says, you know what? You're going to start going down. I'm going to just fire it and look for a bounce. And that's exactly what happens. Heads up play there by Kaner.
Only benders and dusters shoot from in front of the net. That's why I do it. Sometimes the amazing things are born from the mundane. In this one, it's just a case of final minute of the first period, the Chicago Blackhawks hold the zone. And from that little play comes a big one. Patrick Kane from well behind the net fires the puck on, and Sergei Bobrovsky might like to have that one back. But the cheek, the utter cheek to even try this and have it work. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, can you spot it? I want to see if you can spot it.
Job of taking away Marner there. Marner tapped his stick, wanted to just shuttle past that one right to the slot to Nylander.
Austin Matthews with 22 power play points. Here's Rielly all the way. Scores! Power play goal and a beauty for Morgan Rielly.
Thinking everything behind him. Rielly comes up slowly, then gets his feet moving. Look at the players behind. They're waiting for this to be a drop back. He shows the great speed that he has, and how about that shot? Just perfect. Kept his feet moving the entire way. Right here, he makes a split decision that I think I can get through.
And the D is too wide. Jari's not quite out aggressively enough. And a perfect shot with his head up the entire way. Look at the flare of that stick and off the post and in. What a great sound for a goal scorer with a great individual play.
Did you spot it? I'll give you a couple more seconds to think about what you just saw. That's right. Jack Campbell primary assist. You're the best around. Jack Campbell is practically Gretzky. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe. He was actually awarded a primary assist on this play, which, sure, that's definitely the scorekeeper just going, nice. Morgan Rielly. Are you joking me with that? Are you joking? Going end to end. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, in 3-on-3 overtime, like any given game, we could probably extract something from it that is a hat pick. Well, okay, most of the time. Sometimes it's a line change competition. A goal gets scored, ooh, let's see what happened on the breakdown. Oh, someone got tired. But the other team didn't get tired. That was smart. But for the most part, 3-on-3 is thrilling, wide open spaces and odd man rushes galore, which usually spells an end for the team that has fewer players than the other, unless your team has Frederick Anderson.
And now Philly has it as Aho and Teravainen. Aho and Svechnikov collided with each other. Philly in on Anderson. Sent across. Rebound. What a save by Anderson. Robbing Atkinson.
The rare combination of size, quickness, and flexibility. Just phenomenal.
For hat picks, I feel like it's easy to focus on what goalies do, but in this case, I think it's what Freddie doesn't do. It's not wild athleticism and flailing wildly into the night. It's easy for a goalie in that situation to go all out, to basically overcommit and put themselves out of position. But on this play, Frederick Anderson locked in, dialed. The Flyers never had a chance because he was with it the whole time. That is a hat pick. For our next hat pick, Adam Larson. Now, he's on the Seattle Kraken in their inaugural season. He signed a long deal with them, and this hat pick is from a game against Calgary Flames. You might remember that Adam Larson of the Seattle Kraken was once an Edmonton Oiler. This might be a case of once an Oiler, always an Oiler, because he thwarts the Flames.
Plays it back to the point, picked off by Kachuk. Away he goes. Lindholm joins him. Might be a 2-on-1. Kachuk, Lindholm, back in front. And somehow that stayed out as Grubauer scrambled back to make the save.
Watch him take this puck out wide. It allows more time. The Kraken go towards him, and it allows that seam to Gaudreau to open up. He doesn't feel he's going to get a shot off here, but what a save by Adam Larson, who just bails out his goaltender there. But just a subtle little play by Lindholm. Allow more time and space for Johnny Gaudreau to get up into the play.
Okay. Is it just me, or did Philip Grubauer make it seem like he made that save himself? I got it! Everything's under control! He didn't do that, Phil. The Calgary Flames, who are a wagon, go up against the Seattle Kraken, who are an expansion team. And the Flames have a 2-on-1. It looks like a sure goal. Grubauer tries to go for it. Tries. Adam Larson does go for it. Does, robbing Johnny Gaudreau. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for a good defender save. That is a hat pick. Well done. Speaking of defender saves, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. How?
Got it back for Martinook to the line. Slavin shot, tip, rebound. No! Kept out twice. Lucas Carlsson got. But how did this stay out?
Brandon, I can't believe this doesn't go in the net. And oh my goodness, what a save. Slide into his left. Good shot there by Slavin. Redirected. Good left pad save. And obviously a better one by the defenseman, number 32, with the save of the year right there. Holy jumping. He does the splits. He gets it with the shaft of six. And the calmness to get behind the net, but he does. Carlson does. Now watch the second attempt as our AT&T 5G net cam. That save's obviously great.
Lucas Carlsson, are you kidding? And to that you might say, who? I said Lucas Carlsson! He plays for the Florida Panthers and all your pucks belong to him! This dude, you watch his slow motion. This is what slow motion was made for. The Carolina Hurricanes pressing against the Florida Panthers. Again, can someone get goalies a bungee cord? Where are you going? The net is there, and if you're not in it, you're not doing your job! And Lucas Carlsson says, don't worry, we switched shifts. We switched it. I guess it wasn't updated on the schedule. So he's goalie now. Jesperi Kotkaniemi takes a, like, he's smiling. He's looking at it like, oh yeah, this is a goal. I've scored goals before. This is what a goal looks like right before you score it. You thought, said Lucas Carlsson. This dude, I love a good desperation save. I love moves that appear lucky. Lucas Carlsson meant to do this. watch.
To get behind the net, but he does. Carlson does. Now watch the second attempt. As our AT&T 5G net cam, that save's obviously great.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, and it gets better because the puck almost goes in again, and it sort of gets lost. Here's Lorentz on the Hurricanes, heading it off the crossbar.
Jumping, he does the splits, he gets it with the shaft of six.
Carlson's still involved in the play, except he's no longer like arms out grabbing his stick, doing things with intention. His arm is like folded behind him. He's half into a pretzel. That's one of the most ridiculous hat picks of this season. Honestly, when we're talking about the hat picks of the season by the end of it, I think this has to be in there. It's a save of the year candidate. What's better, this one or the save Malcolm Subban made? Like, I'm serious. Take any save any goalie made this season, and I put that up against it. That's ridiculous. Surely there were no other hat picks from that game. There was!
You are a poke checker because your hand slides down and there's a big knot, big dent in it.
Barkov behind his back and he scores! Aleksander Barkov danced his way in and ties it.
And what an outstanding move. It all starts in the defensive zone there. One hand on his stick by Ekblad. He gets beyond Fost, and now it goes up the ice in a nice little pass. We'll see the hands of Barkov right here, using the backside of his blade. Now he goes on the backhand and squeaks this one through the goaltender, Anderson. But this is a world-class move by a world-class player. Thanks for coming. I mean, he absolutely gives him the 9 of hearts by going wide like that. Maybe fans on it, and that's why Anderson gets fooled on this shot, Jennifer.
Well, yes, you think about the effort.
Sasha! What did Brady Shea ever do to you? Aleksander Barkov, one of the most underrated players in the league. Why? Because he does stuff like that! You went into what is basically a 1-on-3 situation that quickly turned into a 1-on-1 situation. He confiscated Brady Shea's soul. And he beat basically puck-stopping automaton Frederick Anderson. You can always tell how sick a goal was and how often a sick goal like that happens by the celebration of the teammates. Look at Jonathan Huberdeau, and I think it's Mackenzie Weegar here. Look at them, they're laughing. Yo, we play with Barkov. That's wild. It is. It is. I forgot. What's my line? That's a hat pick. Oh, dude, I love these videos. This is wild. For our next hat pick, you ever submit an assignment at 11:59? Don't lie. Yes, you have. No, I do my homework the night it's assigned. No, you don't. And if you do, so what? You think you're better than me? Anyway, what was I asking? You ever submit an assignment at 11:59? Here's the Sharks doing that.
Canucks relieve the pressure. Sharks try to move back in. Puck thrown towards the goal. Here's Barabanov. He scores! Right on the horn. Did he beat the buzzer? Sharks think he did.
Here come the Sharks. Barabanov just flicks it there. You see the puck standing on end. And it's off the post and in short side. Barabanov just spins around. He knows he's got no time left. And the puck is just dancing on him. It's almost like a lacrosse goal.
It's a goal, says Steve Kazari. There you see.
Man, Aleksander Barabanov had 1 assist in 13 games with the Leafs last season. Last year's trade deadline, he was traded for a guy who's currently on an AHL contract. And this season, he has 26 points in 41 games. 7 of them are goals, and this is one of them. While it's amazing that the San Jose Sharks score to tie the game, do we dock marks from the Canucks? Like, if we watch this again, we see one team continue to play the final 5 seconds, and one team doesn't. At some point during the sequence, the Canucks just go, all right, and they just turn it off. They just turn it off. You can hear the crowd just, oh no, the game's over. And wow! Look at Tyler Myers. Oh, I just want to get him in at least you tried, Cake. Because at least he did try. The Sharks stuck with it. That's a good goal. And that's a tied game. And that is a hat pick. We're down to the final 2 hat picks. And sometimes when I shoot these things, I think, man, a week is long. You know how I know that? We're about to feature Tyler Toffoli's first goal as a member of the Calgary Flames. That happened a month ago, didn't it?
To an open side. Nyquist puts it in front, intercepted. And now Gaudreau takes control. Flips it in for Toffoli. Tyler Toffoli has a step. Right in. Scores!
This is a world-class pass. What a play by Johnny Gaudreau. Recognize that Toffoli
coming off the bench, and what a set of hands by Tyler Toffoli on one foot. Right? Move. Right? Just an incredible play by Johnny, though, to recognize that he had Toffoli. Oh, man.
That's so silly. That's so silly. You can get your first goal any way you want, and that's how you did it. You didn't have to do all of that, Tyler. Johnny Gaudreau with the magnificent pass over basically everybody, just airmailed it. Toffoli takes it, drags it, and when are the Flames going to stop torturing Elvis Merzlikins? That goal made it 6-2, and this is the game after the Flames put like 60+ shots on him. That's mean! Here, I do want to give a dang it, though. Can I give a dang it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Flames fans were cheering, Tyler Toffoli. That's a terrible chant. It's not the right amount of syllables for that style of, what are you doing? It's supposed to be, oh, Tyler Toffoli. Easy. Tyler Toffoli. What is that? Listen, the Flames are amazing, and they're like the hottest team in the NHL right now, and Tyler Toffoli is going to be a big part of that, so you're going to want to sing his name more. So if you could change that one thing for me, that'd be great. That goal, though, mwah, that's a hat pick. And last but not least, Sid the Kid scores his 500th NHL goal.
Inside for Russ. Gensel sprints over. Pulls it away from Sanheim. Brian Russ. Hard pass. Letang. Crosby opens. Kicks around in front. Back to Malkin. Over to Crosby. He scores! Crosby 500! A sensational moment. 500 goals in one remarkable career.
Team coming on the ice, they win that battle. It goes off the body of Carter Hart and Sidney Crosby on a feed from Evgeny Malkin. Maybe that was appropriate as Brian Russ picks up the puck. Gotta love it.
Man, this guy. I know for a lot of you, Sidney Crosby has always just been there. Maybe you were born after Sidney Crosby was drafted first overall by the Pittsburgh Penguins, or maybe you were born just before it, but you weren't old enough to remember. He's always been there for you in the same way that Mario Lemieux or Jaromir Jagr have always been there for me. Which is stupid, because Jagr still plays, but that's another conversation. Usually when a player hits a milestone, it's time to celebrate them, but I saw some people talking about how much sooner Alex Ovechkin scored 500 than Crosby. And sometimes it makes me think, oh, you don't get it. You don't remember Sidney Crosby. You don't remember Sidney Crosby in his entirety up to this point. The dude has over 500 goals and just one 50-goal season. Only two 40-plus goal seasons. Some describe him as a playmaker, and he's always had far more assists than goals, but Colby Armstrong described him as an elite grinder, which is exactly what Sidney Crosby is. Sidney Crosby is a winner, and he's always been elite. The conversation for the Hart Trophy used to begin with Sidney Crosby, and that only changed a few years ago with the first Hart Trophy of Connor McDavid. And sometimes when I talk about how good Sidney Crosby is, people go, oh, what year is it? Oh, good question. It's the year where he has 47 points in 40 games and his team is a cup contender. Thanks for asking. If Sidney Crosby retired today, he'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he might mix in a cup or two before he's actually done. Heck, he's got 500 NHL goals, and the most important goal of his career probably didn't come in the NHL. 500, what a milestone. Embrace the greatness of Sid the Kid. That's a hat pick. So, what do you think of this week's hat picks? Did we miss any? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell your friends if they don't appreciate the greatness of Sidney Crosby. Well, you can fill your afternoon watching video after video after video.